What's up, everybody? It's Tyren Johnson, and today is Tuesday, and today I'm going to tell you nothing but the truth. Alright, so this is my new video series on Tuesday. I'm going to tell you nothing but the truth, where you ask me questions and I answer them. But I made a mistake last night, like I'm going to make because I'm a beginner. So I put out a picture on Instagram and told you to ask me whatever you want to ask me. Well, people took it as if I was saying, ask me personal questions. No, don't ask me personal questions. This platform is for you to ask me questions that I can help you, make you better. Some things you might be itchy on, you don't really know how to complete it. I've been in many situations. I'm a basketball player full time, but in my off time, I research all day. I'm pretty much an entrepreneur for majority of my life, and I'm not playing basketball. So ask me anything you want to ask me, and ask me, this is how it's gonna go. I want you to ask me in video form. So you send me a DM or you send me a Facebook message or Twitter DM, whichever way you can reach me or connect with me. And I will post the picture, I will post the video on here. I will put your social media username on side the picture, give you a little exposure, and I'm gonna answer the question as soon as the video stops. So once again, ask me questions that you need answered, not about my personal life or what's going on with me. And we can do that every now and then, but that's not the focus of this show. So today, I'm gonna answer the few questions that people ask me. A couple of people asked me some questions, so I'm gonna answer like 3 of them. So the first question was, a kid asked me, when did you decide to be a pro? And this is a kid from Europe, and he was curious of when did I decide to be a pro. I didn't decide to be a pro until I was about 16 years old. I just finished my junior year, going into my senior year. That summer, I decided that I wanted to be a pro. And the way that I got to that I wanted to be a pro was, my mother is an elementary school teacher, and I went to visit her one day, and while she was doing her thing in her classroom, I went to the gym, and I seen a guy named Elijah Jasmine in the gym working out, and I'm like, whoa, he's really doing drills for basketball. Like, I didn't know people do drills for basketball. I did drills for football and baseball, but we never did drills for basketball because where I'm from, basketball it's not a big thing. So he was a big deal. Him and Corey Webster, they were big deals in basketball, but that's about it. So I seen Elijah making 5, making 10 in a spot, making 5 in a row, 10 in a row, doing layup drills and things. So I'm like, whoa. I need to start doing this full time if this is what I want to do, because he was playing college basketball at the time. So that inspired me to, want to be a pro one day, because I wasn't like most kids. I mean, really and truly, I decided that I wanted to be a pro athlete when I was about 4 or 5 years old. Me and my grandmother used to walk on the levee to this place called Willow Grove, and she would walk, take her time. I would just be running up and down the levee like, Grandma, I gotta get fast. And I would play, throw up football in the yard with the older kids. But I never watched cartoons. I never played with toys. I just watched ESPN. That's all I really was into, was just ESPN all day, every day. So my life has pretty much been consumed by sports since I was a real young boy. My Uncle Narcy put me in baseball with my cousin Tyrus and Joy when I was 4. Like, they were way older than me, but I was 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. And the first ball they gave me was the ball that teach you how to throw a curveball, slider, and a fastball. The ball with it had the depictions of the type of pitch you was going to throw. So ever since then, I was like, man, this is what I want to do. I want to compete. I was so competitive that I didn't even know what hand I was. I was throwing with my left hand, but I'm really right-handed. So like, it was crazy. But yeah, to answer your question, I decided to be a pro basketball player that summer going into my senior year. That I just took it way more serious. As you know, I played basketball my whole life, but I only played 1 year as a youth when I was 9, 10, and I made the All-Star team. And then I played again 7th and 8th grade year. I didn't get much playing time in junior high. My 8th grade year, I was in high school, still playing on the elementary team because I got cut. I didn't make the team for the high school team. 9th grade year, I didn't make the team for the high school team. 10th grade year, I started playing JV, and midway through the season, I started on JV, but I was on the bench at the beginning. And my junior year, I started varsity, and we went to the championship. My first year playing basketball, really playing competitive basketball, I went to the championship, and I led the team in every category. So after that, I was like, I got a chance. I really have a chance doing this. So it just motivated me, man. So Elijah, if you're watching this, or anybody close to Elijah is the one who really showed me that I can do this for a long time. Corey Webster created the blueprint of any type of success for an athlete where I'm from. But as far as basketball, the first person I seen was Elijah Jackson, and ever since that day, I was motivated to be the best. So, what else did they ask me? What motivates you? So this girl asked me what motivates me, and I was like, what motivates me? I would say my mom and my community. That motivates me the most. I didn't want to say family because then that would be too broad, because I want to put my family in position to be successful so any of them can talk to me about anything. But what really motivates me is my mom. My mom has been working for 40 plus years, and I never needed for anything that I can remember. Although I didn't need much as a kid, but everything was always taken care of. And you know, I had a stepfather. He passed, but he was the same way. So if he was alive, it'll be for my mom and my stepdad. But it's for my mom because I really want to retire my mother, and where she doesn't have to work anymore. And I think she can do that now, but she just loves to help kids. That's what she loves to do. If she retires, she's afraid that she's gonna be bored to death. So my mom motivates me. I want to give her the option to do whatever she want to do. I want her to be able to live this TRÜF life like I'm living. And that's like my main motivation, man. And my community, I always said, man, whenever I get to the NBA, that I wouldn't put from Louisiana-Lafayette, I would put from Vacherie, Louisiana, because it's so much greatness where I'm from that it just get overlooked because it's a small town, but it's crazy. Every year, our high school team is one of the top football teams. Our basketball teams are up there. Like far as this is only coming from an athletics point of view, to where we always was in the championships, are always in the top 4 in the state, and no one talks about us until that time. And man, I just wanted to make it. I want to make it easy for those kids or those adults to to go from high school to living the life that they want to live and not be limited to going and work at a power plant, which nothing's wrong with a power plant. It's actually great money and a good life, but I don't think all those people came out into this world saying that they wanted to be working at a plant. That just never was my motive. That was my motivation for making it, was to not work in a plant. That's all I wanted to do, was to get away, to make sure that I don't have to work at a plant. Because I seen, like, riding to school, I seen them at 6, 5 in the morning waiting on that bus. I don't know if it's going on like that now, but I know back then I used to see people waiting on a bus to go to Avondale or something. I still don't understand it, because I wanted to know nothing about that life. And I was like, I can't do that. I respect it, but that's something, I can't do that. I love to play sports. So my motivation is to show kids that they can travel the world and they can be who they want to be. Like, I've been to many countries playing a game that I love to do. That's coming from a game. I've been able to see the world by playing a game. And I just want kids to really understand that they have opportunity. They just have to be proactive and stop wasting time. Stop just looking at TV all day. Stop being in your phone all day. Like, I hate my phone. As much as I use it, I don't like to use it. It's because it takes away from the time that I have to communicate with the people that I love. And I want kids to understand that life is bigger than social media. Life is bigger than Vacherie. Life is bigger than riding in a Honda Civic. Nothing against a Honda Civic, but you should aspire for more. Even though those are material things, you should aspire to get whatever you want to get. Be financially free. Nothing wrong if you're making $30,000, $40,000 a year or $20,000 a year. If you're happy living that life, cool. But if you're not happy and you feel that you're, oppressed in a way, then that's what I'm doing it for. That's what motivates me. All right. The last question was, I get asked this question a lot. This kid asked me, how do I get noticed to get a scholarship? I would say, how do you get noticed? I'm gonna tell you how I got noticed. And I think this is a very good method. Well, one, my junior year was a great year. And with that, a team from Thibodeau asked me to play on their AAU team in the summer. And from that summer, when those people put me in a place where I was in front of scouts all day, every day. It was hundreds of scouts in the stands. It was more scouts in the stands than there was fans. So when I started playing, I just gave so much effort to where people noticed me. And there were guys who were more high profile than me, but I don't know, I just decided to put on a show every time I went. That was our thing, me and my boy Special. It's time to put on a show. So from that AAU summer, that brought colleges to my games my senior year of my high school. And then another thing I did was, when I played against the players in the area that was hot, that everybody was after, it was Willie Lego and Tweety Carter. I had 30 in all those, and every time we played those guys. I'm damn near a triple-double. Because I know that people were coming to see them. So I was going to steal their scouts. That was my mindset. Steal the scouts. So I stole scouts. Every time I played against a big-time player, I went ham. We played against Greg Monroe, 30. We played against anybody that was big, man. I just showed up. I got lucky, and I played great. And I committed to Nichols because I was scared. So I just hurried up and committed. And then Louisiana-Lafayette offered me a scholarship, and I decommitted from Nichols, and I signed with Louisiana-Lafayette. Only because they played in the Cajun Dome. It's crazy. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, man, that's how I got a scholarship. I stole scouts, and I played AAU that one summer on a okay team. It wasn't even big. It was small. It was real small. And so don't get caught up with the Nike circuit or the Adidas circuit or Under Armour circuit. Just get on a team that plays against some good guys and steal the scouts.